So here we are, guys. We are now in part 3 of our project-based GUI app in Python. So here, we're gonna create two objects. First is I'm gonna create the class product widget. So I think let's focus here first. Master tk.tk, and then in the initialization, we're gonna create this self.frame. I hope you remember what's the frame for. What's the use of the frame? Self.frame.grid column equals 1 and row equals 0. Okay. Then after that, we're gonna create buttons. But since I don't want to make the code long, I will create a separate class that will serve as our button object. So here, let's call it image button. Then of course we're gonna pass the frame. This is an object of tk.frame. Image is a path, and command is callable. So this just means that this is a function. We're gonna pass a function, and this is, let's say this is the product name with price. Okay, now here, post init self that image equals image tk.photo image. So here I will write one long line of code so that I don't have to declare multiple variables. Then the size 200 by 200. Okay, and then the button was tk.button. So this is our button. This is how you create a button in Tkinter. Self.frame, which is this frame. We're passing this frame here. Okay, frame image equals self. In here we're passing the self.image from the post init, which is loading the image or the img, the self.img. So self.image, and then text equals self.product, then compound equals tk.top, and then command equals self.commands. Then next is self.button.image equals self.image. So where there are times that we need to call the image again so that it will not show a blank button without image. So we do that here. And then we're gonna create a function for positioning our button element. Call it grid layout, since we're using grid. Self, column, and row. So we're gonna pass some arguments here. And then self.button.grid was column call, row is row, and of course this pad x is the padding in the x direction, in the x axis or x coordinates. I don't know how you call it. Pad y is 5. Okay, then after this we continue creating the product widget. So here, let's say, remember we already populate our image, so we're gonna use this image. Okay, and then let's do that right now. Let's say I'm gonna create my first button. Of course we have to call it here in generate widget. We're gonna create a function, generate widget, and then we're gonna pass the image button here. I'm gonna assign this to, let's say, this Kojic avocado. Okay, image button. So see, the frame that I need to place it into is this self.frame. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. A self.frame. Then the image path is, where's that? Here it's in the assets. Okay, let's say, where is that again? Okay, assets. Let's see. assets image, and then Asian glow kojic avocado dot jpeg. Yeah, assets image. Okay, and then the next that we need to pass is the command. For now, I think we're gonna, so here we're gonna pass a nameless function, print x like that. I know this is gonna be long, but bear with me for now. And then next is the product. So what is the product name? Just like here, the product string. So this is Asian glow kojic avocado, and then I'm gonna put a new line here. Then I'm gonna say that this is 100 pesos. Then when the generate widget is done, let's call it here self.generate widget, and then here let's call it product widget pass the root. Okay, let's try to run the file. Okay, wait, positional. Okay, positional. Yeah, we have to yeah, product here. Yeah, because it says that I called the positional argument here. Of course, it should have a positional argument here too. So let's run it again. And there, it's not showing. So why is it not showing? Because we did not call this grid layout. So let's call this grid layout here. Oh no, we didn't assign it. So this is the kojic avocado. So I'm gonna assign this to this variable, and then kojic. Then we call the function grid layout here to set the position 0 and 1. So let's try that again. And there we have it. So here we can see that the image button is working, and that is because of the lambda or the unnamed function which we declared. So this is just a template. So I know that this one line of code is really long, so we're gonna try to optimize it. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create a function within a function. Here in the generate widget, I'm gonna create a variable first, button config, because I don't want to write a very long code. I just want to reuse it again and again, since I know that I'm gonna use it in a lot of instances. So here frame for self.frame, and then so I'm creating a Python dictionary. Image is this is just template for now, and then product is, let's say, unnamed for now here. Then after that, I'm gonna create a function that will update this configuration. So define config, let's put it here. We're gonna pass the image as a string, product as a string as well, and the command here is, this is let's say this is a function of a callable. So I'm gonna set a default value here like that, and then we want to reference the variable here. So we're gonna call this non-local button config. So now we're referencing this. It's about the scope of the function. If you want to learn more about that, I will put it in the link. Then button config that update. So this is the update function for the dictionary, and then I'm gonna say image is self dot. Oh, I haven't created the function for loading the image, so let's create that for this product widget. Okay, so here let's say it's static method. So here def load image, same as the one before. I'm gonna pass the file name. As you can see, I didn't pass the self. I will add a detailed or a reading regarding this in the links if you want to learn more about it. Images equals assets image, and then the file name. You know what? Let's just return this all so that we don't have to declare another variable. Oh wait, we should, yeah, like that. Next is after that we're gonna call this here the load image function. Yeah, self that load image will load the image, which is this one. Then next is we're gonna load the product, which is the product here, this one. Next is the command. So we're also gonna pass a command, which is the command. So if the user did not pass any argument here, we're just gonna use this as default. So that's it. Here, we're gonna call the update config here. So here I'm gonna say that, so this is function within a function, so we're gonna call it without the self update config. And then since it's gonna be long still, I'm gonna say the image is in the this one. I already declared the path, so I just have to provide the file name. So here update Asian glow kojic avocado.jpg. Next is the product. So what's the product name? So I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna change it to the amount first and then the name, and then Asian glow kojic avocado. And then here, so for now I will not pass any command, so this will load the default value. Okay, so here let's erase this till the end here. Okay, erase this, and then since we update the configuration, we can load the config here, button config. So let's try to run that here. So as you can see, it's still working and our code is much more clearer. We update the configuration here, and then yeah, so if we click it, it's still printing X, as you can see, still printing X. So that's what we're gonna use to populate our window screen. And I noticed that I didn't have a label up here, so I'm gonna do that. So let's go back. So in the generate widget, I'm gonna call it on the very top. So self.title equals tk.label, self.frame text equals available products. Next is self.title.grid, column equals 1, row equals 0, padding x equals 5, padding y equals 5. So and then I think 0 1, yeah, this is row, this is column, so in column 1. So let's try to run that again. So it's here, so we can see that it's showing here. So I put this here. So let me just show you if I change the position. Let's try that. Let's change it to column 0. So you can see it's gonna be above here. So I put this on the right side because I know that it will have a 3 column of buttons. So I put this, I will put it here, column 1, yeah. Okay, so let's try to add another button again. So our next button, let's say the serum, just serum equals image button. Then of course we're gonna pass the button config, and then the position serum.grid layout 1, row 1, yeah. And then let's call the update config here, and then let's say Asian, the image is Asian glow serum.jpg. Then next is the amount of the serum, let's say P, I think it's 3, if I remember correctly, it's 360. Then oh no, this 360, and call this Asian, oh no, I don't want a space, Asian glow serum, like that. Same as before, we will not place the command yet because we will do it later. And as you can see, it updates, so it is a new product. See, So the video is really long now, so I will just cut it here and do it fast by myself, and then we will resume. So as you can see here, guys, I updated the button, so I populate it here 0, and then wait, oh no, this should be set Asian glow set. Yeah, let's change it. Asian glow set, that, and then sunscreen toner. So as you can see, I changed the grid layout for each one of them. So it's column 1 and row 2, column 1 and row 2, column 0, row 2, and then so that's it. So when we run the file now, we can see that everything is populated now. It's here, the buttons. So if I click, it returns X, and that's because I haven't implemented the button yet, so it's just loading the default. So actually I can also do this, because yeah, like that. This will remind me that in this function I need to pass another function because of the type hinting callable. So the video is really long now, so we will continue this in part 4. So see you guys in part 4.